Bethesda's a conundrum for many people. They made lots of gamers' favorite games while also changing the landscape of gaming, and especially what open world games can and should be. But they have also gained scrutiny for a few of their recent titles and have pushed away even some of their most loyal fans. They do still have a reputation lots of companies can only dream of. And I personally have high hopes for Bethesda and hope that their next wave of games are as amazing as they have been in previous years. And that's what I want to talk about. Can Bethesda return to their past glory? When I was growing up, my first open world game that I did get was Morrowind, and honestly, I all I did was pretty much stay on the dock for a long time, only to go out and get completely lost. But honestly, I did have a lot of fun when I was out getting lost, and I really enjoyed watching my older brother play because he was obviously a little bit smarter than me and he could get a lot farther. So I had a lot of fun watching him playing. And then later on, when I got my Xbox, I got the original Oblivion, and that honestly just changed my whole entire worldview about what games really are, and that's how I fell in love with open world games. From the story, honestly, just going around and messing with different NPCs, everything about Oblivion was honestly just so awesome to me. Then I got to experience the Fallout series, to New Vegas, to Fallout 4, and Fallout 3. Fallout 4 was a little bit later, but Fallout 3 especially. That honestly was life changing for me. I loved the Fallout series so much that now open world games are pretty much the only games that I play. And honestly, later on, when I finally got when Skyrim finally came out, that was just a whole entire another level of amazing. Because Skyrim is honestly probably one of my favorite games of all time. I can still remember even watching the commercial where they're yelling "Fus Roda" and at the dragon on the cliff. Even just thinking about it, even sometimes I'm just like I can just picture how I was just being a little nerd and geeking out about that. But Skyrim not only was a hit then, but they still are making new remasters of Skyrim pretty recently, and the mod community, for anybody that doesn't know, is absolutely insane, especially with the amount of work that the people in the community have put into it. It's honestly just amazing. And while they did have astronomical success with their previous titles like Skyrim, some of their later releases would not do as well. It would even begin to push away some of their more loyal fans, like I was talking about before. Elder Scrolls Online is a shining example, in my eyes, of them trying something new, but just moving backwards in a lot of ways. Because not only were the graphics a dramatic downgrade, in my opinion, but coming off of the success of Skyrim, the world just felt really uninspired. It felt empty, repetitive. I did actually play the game a little bit after, and I did have fun playing it in certain kind of ways, and I know a lot of people do enjoy it, but certain things, especially like with the monetization that they have with the whole entire Crown store, I'm not a fan of that, and that's something that I really don't like seeing in something like a Bethesda game. Fallout 76 may have released to an even worse reception though, because not only did it have a much emptier feeling world when it first released, it kind of got bombarded by negative reviews because everyone had such high hopes for what it could have been. So honestly, the launch was just horrible, and it suffered from a lot of glitches. Honestly, I did go back and I played Fallout 76 even more, probably a lot more than I did Elder Scrolls Online, and the community is pretty fun now, and I did honestly enjoy playing it, and I know a lot of people play it like still to this day, so I wouldn't say that it was a failure because maybe they have a lot of things that they can take away from that. But making those mistakes in the launch, for no matter what, that's going to be something that's going to be hard for any kind of game to recover. They can recover, but they'll never be what they could have been, in my honest opinion. And then there's Starfield, which I think might be one of the most controversial out of all the games that I'm going to talk about. Honestly, because most people hate it and some people love it. A lot of people say that it feels really empty. They overpromised and kind of over delivered, while other people, they love it. They say that it's kind of something new. Honestly, I really liked the flying around in the spaceships. I thought that was kind of a new feature that they made. And honestly, the pirate missions, those were kind of fun too. The whole way that you could just kind of be evil, maybe go around and robbing people and doing your whole entire story arc if that's what you want to do, or you could choose to be with one of the good guys. I kind of enjoyed that kind of part of it. But it seems that people were really disappointed as a whole. So I think that's a different approach that Bethesda tried to take, and unfortunately it didn't work out completely. But I do think that they could use this as a huge learning moment. And that transitions me into my next point. I look at all the failures as they are, but also want to look a little bit more and think about what Bethesda was trying to accomplish. I believe that they did obviously make some mistakes, some of them bigger than others, but also think that they did a lot of good. And hopefully, like people do, Bethesda will learn from their mistakes. And they'll try to use what they did in these previous games and the feedback from their community to try and make their games in the future that much more amazing. And I think honestly that's what they're gonna do. I'm not the biggest fan, honestly, of remastered games or movies, because honestly, a lot of times they can feel a little lazy or like a kind of money grab. But to be honest, Oblivion Remastered is in a world of its own. Not only have they dramatically improved the graphics, the mechanics are upgraded, everything feels a lot smoother. The difficulty, I think, is something maybe that didn't change, but I think is a welcome change from Skyrim. So that's something new that a lot of people are going to get to experience now. And one thing that I honestly loved so much was that they kept all the original voices for most of the characters. I know they added some new lines, but they kept all the original voices, so you're still gonna have all those funny NPC encounters and everything when you're going out into the world. So altogether, I think this just gave the game a whole entire new life. And if other companies were capable or were willing to do remasters of this caliber, I don't think people would have so much of a problem with it. And that's why I believe that Bethesda can make a comeback, because by using the feedback from mistakes and the successes that they have made to make this game even better, they'll be able to make more innovative games that people will love in the future. And that's why I hope that the next Elder Scrolls is going to be as amazing as kind of how Oblivion is. Hopefully they'll take a lot of the notes from what people are loving from this. Hopefully this is kind of a sign of where they're trying to go, where they're leaning towards, and they'll have another enormous success, and we'll have another game that we'll be able to enjoy for years to come. Something that they'll be able to release 20 more remasters of, and everyone will be super happy. I think if they do something like that, they're going to have a super strong chance of getting back into the running of winning Game of the Year status like they used to get for their old titles. Becoming a beacon pretty much for what other game studios strive to be. Well, I really hope that you guys liked the video. It's my first one talking just about a topic of this kind, and honestly, it was a lot more enjoyable than I thought it would be. I kind of thought about this for a while, and I was like, yeah, this would be something kind of fun that I actually really care about. So I don't know, I kind of just want to cover games, but I thought this was pretty fun. So maybe I'll do a little bit more videos of this if you guys like it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments of what you guys think of the future of Bethesda. If you guys think that they'll be able to recover, if this is kind of a future of what's to come. All right, well, thanks. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Okie dokie. Bye.